will come under the next folder. Come on. So login. Go to the API folder now. We have a folder called JavaScript API. Go under API folder and open CMD. Under API folder, open the CMD. Now, right there, code space dot enter. VS Code is available with everyone. Code space dot enter. CMD. Okay, code space dot given. VS Code will open. Okay, so VS Code is open. Okay, now let's go create a file index.html in API folder. Index.html. We'll write some code inside. Head and body. Under the head, you will write a script. Close the script. Under the body, H1 JavaScript, API, basic example. JavaScript, API, basic example. Okay, code written. Connect your system with internet. Internet is required. We have to install something. Hmm? Then off it if you okay, done till here, connected with the internet. Okay, now go here to the extension. You can see left hand side there is the extension. Click on that. Click on that extension. All right. After clicking on extension, in the search box, you will type Ritwik Live Server. In the search box, you will type Ritwik, RITWIC. Ritwik. Type Ritwik. Ritvik. Yeah, written. Now you will get here one install option. Click on that install. Once you type Ritvik here one install option will come like this. Click on that install button. Installation is completed. Okay. Now come back. Come back to your file again. So hope you installed.
Live server only. Live server only.
Live server. Only we need to install the live server. It will not install after that. The program, your page will not work for next 1 week. Install it. Next 1 week syllabus is based on live server only. API, all API happen through the live server. Without live server, API will not work. So, shall I call by name? Akhil Lal, Amruta, Nevin. See, if you go in between and if you say not working, then again will be double work. I'll repeat you again. Go here, say reply, no, yes, not. If I'll move, then you will say not working. If I'm asking, you're not able to reply. So go here to the extension, click on the extension and type in the text box Ritvik live server. Type Ritvik only live server will come here. Install button will be there. Click on that install button. System is connected with internet. Installation will happen. Okay. One name is called Nisa. For which class you joined? Last many days there were no any name called Nisa in this batch. Will listen but will not reply at all. This is not React. This is the JavaScript is going on. From which batch you are? You are from any batch? Other batch? एक message and reply में. Okay, but they are in between. Now they are in between. They are finishing somewhere 60%. Data binding entire is over. Now from here, if you understand, you can continue. Okay. Okay, so you install the live server, right? Okay. Next, after installation of the live server, we can check now this page and we'll run through live server. So you do right click here. You will find option called open with live server. You should save the file. Open with live server option appear. Select that. Your page will open in browser directly. You can see some page open here, JavaScript page API, right? It's running through now live server. You can see IP address is there, 127.0.0.155 something. Now come to the code again, and most of the time you will do the mistake. You will not save the file. So go to the file menu. There is an option called auto save. Click on that. You have a file menu. Inside there is an option called auto save. Click on that. Auto save, click on that. Right, so what will happen now? Auto save is enabled. As soon as you write the code, automatically your code will keep saving. Okay. Now come to this H1 tag and write align center. Align as a center and save it. Save or not save, just write align center and go to the browser. You will find automatically page will reload. Go to the browser, you will find automatically the page will reload and the content will appear in the middle. That is why, because it is running through the live server. Okay, it is running through the live server. Live server will keep watching. Any changes will happen, page will reload automatically. So in this file, we are going to implement some part of fetch function, API function of JavaScript. There we can read the data from other server and display in different server. Okay, so for that, let's create some button. For body tag also you can write property called align. Everything will come in middle. Write a button called home. Write one more button. About us. Write one more button. Services. Write one more button. Gallery. Write one more button. User list. Okay, or maybe contact us, you can write here. All will be a static page. Save the file, look into the browser. Your page will be reloaded automatically. Once you go to browser, you will see page is reloaded. After adding the button, if you look into the browser, your page will be reloaded automatically. You don't need to refresh the page manually. Live server will keep checking if any changes happen. As soon as changes happen, page will be reload. So like this, button is ready. Okay, next come down. After this button, write a maybe division tag. Write for this ID equal to anything called container. And in container, we can write for no data by default. No data by default. Okay. Now we can write one small CSS for this container. A style you can open close and has container width 80%, margin from top 40 pixel, from left right auto, from bottom also somewhere 40 pixel. That is the area of container. Will not be visible mostly because you have not written any border or anything. Height also we have not written. Just simple we wrote width 80%, 40 auto 40. So from top 40 pixel, left right as a auto and bottom also as a 40 pixel. Now, next work is JavaScript work. Next task is of JavaScript. So we can write a function here. A function call get home. Function call get home. Inside the get home function, we will do something. var msg equal to document dot get element by id, which id container dot inner html equal to image should be here, but image we need to write in different line. Hold on, this line should be the next line. Inner html equal to image we'll write here in the h1 welcome home. So you are creating one variable store under the image variable, and image variable you are assigning to container as a inner html. Yeah, hello. Yeah, hope ready. Now let's go. Call this function get home. On click equal to get home. Save now. Come to the browser. Click on home. Welcome home is coming. So data is getting processed by this function. Get home function will generate a message h1, and that h1 will assign to a container, right? Inner HTML image will get assigned. Write one more function, get about. Get about right here. About us. Get about, change the heading as about us. Get about we will call for the second one. Get about we call here. Font click equal to check now. You got two function. Get home, get about. Check now both function is working. Home and about, right? But this is not API, this is a JavaScript normal. API is something else. Okay. Make all functional ready, same way. Write call get service. Our services. Call this function get service. Running all three. From next, gallery and contact. Get gallery. Get gallery. On click. Get contact. On click. So hope all function will work now. Okay. It's working for everyone. Okay. Next, after this, now how many buttons we have? 5. Home, about, service, gallery, contact. We need to create that many files. Home.html, about.html, service.html, gallery.html, and contact.html. Okay. So let's create those files here in this folder. Home.html. One more file. About.html. One more file. Contact.html. One more file. Service.html. Right. And one more file. Gallery.html. Created different type of hackers are there in the market. Someone will call you and they will put you on the hold. They will put you on hold, and when you are on the hold during that time, they'll create a clone of your SIM and they'll connect with the other phone. And entire activity will happen through other phone. And once the clone will happen of your phone will not work and entire functionality will happen there till they will not off the phone. If anyone call and put you on hold, disconnect the call immediately. Two minutes before someone has put me on hold, so that 1 minute something, I forgot the formula that 2-3 days before it was coming in the news. And I don't be on hold for unknown calls. And then suddenly I remember, oh, then I disconnected the call. They were saying they were talking in the Kannada, Hubli something Taluka be on the call. Okay, again after half minute, again from same number call came. I disconnected there. Difficult to keep the phone also. Look like unknown call, it should not pick itself. Okay, so all files are ready. Okay, I start from one side. Go to about file, H1 open close. About us. We have something to write. About file is ready. Come to the next contact file. H1. Contact us. Write something. Okay, both file is ready. Come to gallery. My gallery.
You can write Lorem and write Lorem 50, Lorem 100, then automatically paragraph from
Lower.
Lorem, L-O-R-E-M.
L-O-R-E-N.
Lorem, L-O-R-E-M.
L-O.
Under Peters. Lorem.
This text will come.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So next come to the home file. In home file again, H1 welcome home. Welcome home. Anything. Come to the index file is already done. Service file. H1. Our services. Something right. Okay, so all the files are see again call is coming. See what will happen now. Okay, so our all files are ready. Now target is when we click on buttons, data should come from home file. When you click on about, the data should come from about file. So for that now come to your index file. In index.js, you have already written the functions get home, get about, get service, etc. Yeah, brother, hold on. I'll ask and I'll let you know. Hello? Yeah. Kirtana, somewhere Java interview is there today. Okay, so they have asked any original certificate to bring? To bring the original certificate. Okay, using Xerox they'll not manage to attend the interview. Printout means they have the xerox of their document. Okay, so they have the xerox copy. No. Once they'll go and they'll not allow them the problem. We have any contact number of that company? No. Do one thing. No, check from our side. In case you check, call and then go to whom, to the company and ask like if the person, because they are original certificate in hometown. Okay, so they are here in the PG. So keeping the PG document is unsafe, but they have the Xerox copy. Okay, so can they go with the Xerox copy and attend? If they are saying yes, no, you can let me know. Hold on. See, checking with the company. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. Okay, now let's come to the get home function first. In get home function, delete everything. In get home function, delete everything. And after that, write a function called fetch. Fetch function. Write a function called fetch. Okay, fetch. Inside the fetch, you need to mention the path as your file name because all are in the same folder. So home.html, you will mention the name of the file. Next, after that, dot then. I will explain you what is that dot then now. Next, we will write here call response. Then response.text. Because the file you are going to read, home.html, in that you have data in the form of text as well as HTML. If that file will return the data as a JSON, we will use here JSON. But since that file is going to return the data in the form of HTML, so we have to use here called text. For HTML response and text response, we will use the method called text. And for JSON response, we will use the method called JSON. Now, what is the response? We'll discuss 1 minute. Now, write call next function called then. One more then. You can write any variable here called file data. Okay. Then file data. Now alert this file data. Your files will be running through live server only. They are not allowing without original document. Hello? No. They are specifically asking They should carry, will verify, will check once if the document is original, then we'll allow them for interview. Hometown. No, anything, any 10th, 12th, any one original document is fine. 10th also you don't have here? Okay, then we need to ignore it. Don't go there. Okay. Company rule regulation also dirty only. No? Fresher who came in Bangalore to search the job, they cannot carry their all original document. If required, then only they are staying in the PG. If someone will take it, what will happen? Okay, check now. What happened now? When you click on home button, you are getting alert. It will give you the data from the home file. It will give you the data from home file as an alert. Coming. Check. So this is a simple example of fetch method. Fetch is called the API function. Using that, you will communicate from client to server. You can send the data also, you can receive the data also, you can edit also, delete also, update also, everything through the fetch. But in this, we have not added any other parameter, only fetch function we have used. Now understand the flow of this function, how it works. Okay. Fetch function will send a request to that URL. Which URL? home.html. Okay, it will send a request. Like how say hi. So hi meaning is what? You are sending a request. Now the person will hear. And he will also reply from there call hi. Correct. So when you say hi, how you said hi? Through mouth. Right? So mouth is sending the request. Person will listen the request. He will not listen through mouth. What he will listen through ear. Or maybe he will reply from there call hello. Mouth will not listen, no? What will listen? Ear. So to send the request, different function. And to receive the response, different function. Okay. Now see, first fetch function will send a request. Whichever the URL you mention here, on that URL request will go. Like provide me the data. Request will go for what purpose? Provide me the data. Now when you call the home.html file, what you have in home.html file? This much content. So whenever request will come here, from here what we have written, it will be as a response. So look at here. Fetch function is sending the request to the home.html. Now in home.html, what you have written, it will come as a response. When response will come from there, fetch function will not capture it. Fetch function apply another function that is called then. It is called promise function. Let me move my mouse here. See, when I'm moving the mouse on then, you can see it's called a method. Method meaning a function. And after that it's written called promise. Promise method. Now again it's written inside called a, see, that is called response dot then, right? Then as a string. So what this entire flow, fetch function is sending the request. After that, a promise function applied here to capture the response. Response variable we have written, it can be anything. Let's convert into XYZ. And here also change as a XYZ. You should not feel like response is response only. It's a predefined variable. It is user defined variable, can be anything. Okay. So from fetch function, request will go, and then from home file, whichever the data is there, it will come back as a response. Then function will capture it. Fetch will not capture, then will capture. One function send the request, another function will capture the response. But this response will be meaningless response. XYZ you are receiving here inside the then it's a meaning because you are sending the request from home file and response will come from the request you are sending from the index file and response will come from the home file. Okay, it may be within the server or it may be out of the server also. data transfer happening through internet. Okay, or data transfer happen through network. So when the data transfer happen through network, original data you cannot send on internet. It is the rule of internet. Okay, 7 layer of internet you might have studied somewhere. Okay, in that we have one layer that is going to encrypt and decrypt your data. When sender will send the data, data will get encrypted. When it will reach to the receiver, receiver has to decrypt it. Then only they'll get the data. Else hacking will happen in between. Okay. So when the request is going from the fetch function to the home function is ready to give the response. That response will get captured by then function inside a parameter called xyz. Okay. Now in xyz data is there, but that data is encrypted data, meaningless data, because it has come through the overall through internet. Then again, you are saying xyz dot text, means you are decrypting the data. Your data was here in encrypted mode. Okay, now that data you are decrypting here. You are converting into original mode. In home.html, how was the data? You are converting here using text function in the same format. Okay. So data received and data got converted. In this line, you cannot access the data. Again, you have to apply one more then function. For what purpose? Data received, data is processed. Now data has to exit. So for exit, again, this function is going to help. That is called then function. Okay. People ask in interview, what is the functionality of fetch function? We can say using fetch, we send the request to server. Then what is the promise function? Here then becomes a promise function that used to capture the response. But when capture response will happen, that time response will be invalid, some kind of mix up of encoded decoded data. Again, we need to apply variable dot text function or variable dot JSON function. Now our data is coming in HTML and text format, so we use the text. Once we call the data from the API from the live server, then we use the JSON, because live server will give the data in the form of JSON. Okay, so we'll use the JSON method over there. Okay. First function send the request, second function receive the request and decrypted the request. Okay, response. After that, second then function will exit the data. It will give you now data in the form of original. How it was? So it was in the form of HTML and text. That is your here. Called as a file data. If your data is in the form of array, you can run the for loop here. If your data is in the form of text, you can do printing directly also here. Okay. So this three function is important to understand the flow. Fetch will send the request. First, then will capture the response as well as decode the response. After that, the second then function will give the original content what was started traveling from the server. If the server has given the data in the form of HTML and text, so the second then function will give the original data. Okay, so I have written here called what? File data, means original data. Now original data you alert it. Look at here what is coming. Is coming original data as it was in the file. Next, after this, we know how to print it. We can call here document.getElementById. And through that, we can print that file data directly. So it will come from the home.html and go to the container. Okay, write this line and check once. As soon as you click on home, your content will appear. Okay, code written. Save now. Come to browser. Click on home. Printing. In home file, add 2-3 more line. Then see really that is coming or not. In home file, write some 2-3 line. In home file, write some 2-3 line. See, it's coming here. Check. Don't feel page API is this much only. This is kind of understanding how data communication happens from one file to other file. You are receiving the data, you are not posting the data. Okay, right? We are only receiving the data. So in that, only the function we have written. We have not added any parameter. We have not mentioned what type of data. Just whatever is coming, we are receiving and converting into text. Rotate. Now copy the same function. Working or not? Working. Now copy the same and paste in about. Everything remove from the about and paste this code. In about, remove everything and paste the same code, this function code. Change the file name. Okay, rotate. So hope about is also working. See now, home and about both are working. Data come from the different file. You should run through live server, not directly. Directly, mostly it will not work because communication is happening between two servers. So at that point, live server must be on. Same code we can add in service file and we change the file name service.html. Same code paste in service file, change the file name service.html and check also 3 file is working on home about service. Right, so it's working well. Go ahead next. Same code you paste under again gallery file, gallery function. Change the file name as a gallery.html. Same code you will add in the contact also. Contact.html. Everywhere code is same, only the file name will change. And it will read the data from a respective file and display inside the page successfully. Okay. See happening in all the pages. Let me open any website. I'll take this URL, complete URL, and I will try to give to the fetch function. Here, complete URL I given. Now what should happen? From that URL, whichever the data will come, let's see whether working or not. About and all are working fine. Home. No. Console. See, it's saying right. Cross region policies. Like that server is refused to give the data. Server is refused to give the data cross origin. Okay, but no need to worry. We have many examples. Okay, JSON placeholder. This all we are going to implement. So now I give it another URL. From here data will come because it's a JSON server. Coming. Entire data came and displayed. So server is running somewhere else and data is displaying somewhere else. Right. So which function? Fetch function, right? So we have made this example to understand, okay, how data is coming. Now next example will be 6-7 links where we'll read the data from local JSON. We'll create JSON file, store the data, we'll read from there, and we'll read from other sources also. So pages are working. Okay. Yes, no. You are able to read the data from your respective files. Okay, very good. Now come write another file here. Item.json. JSON. File name will be JSON. Item.json. JSON. JSON. Item.json. Single dimensional array, you remember? Just you need to keep the data like that. Equal mango Return item.json, come to the index file. Comma should not be there in the last. Okay. Array. Now come to the index file and create one more button called item list. Item list. Right here called get item. Item list added. Now let's write a function called get item. Function get item. Same page function will be there. File name will be different. Item.json. Item.json. Okay. Right. Written item.json. Now data will come in the form of. So you have to use the JSON function. JSON function you have to use. After that, write file. You can change this variable item array. Now it is coming in the form of array. Because once you receive the JSON and apply response.json function, it will give you next then function will give in the form of array. So right here, alert item array.length. Once you apply the JSON function, then your data will come in the form of array. If you apply the text, then it will come in the form of a string. Check now. It should give the length of elements, total how many have. How many? Depends how many have added, right? How many elements you have added, that will be the length. 4, 5, 6, depend on. Now you will write here a map function. Create a variable in the beginning. Variable data equal to empty. Come down now. Write call item array dot map. item array dot map, name of the item and index of the item. Name and index. Then the data plus equal to we can use concatenation you will do here, and you will create a p tag. Inside p tag you will write the name and you will close the p tag. Finally, you will have list of paragraph. So here data came from which file? Item.json. Which function read the data? Fetch function. Given to whom? Item array. Now from item array you are giving to map. From map it's converting into paragraph. And that list of paragraph will store under the data variable. And that data variable now you have to print in the document dot get element by id. Which id? Container dot inner HTML equal to data variable. Inner HTML equal to data. Check now. So it will read the data from array, convert into array object, and then run the loop using map function and display inside the page. Got it? Printing or not? Printing?
Yes.
Item list. Other pages are HTML page. There we have used text function. And this is one is called as a array. So data is coming in the form of JSON. We received and printed inside the page. Something like this. Detailed implementation again we'll do tomorrow. We'll set up our own server. There we will store the data. We'll read the data, write the data, edit the data, everything. Okay. No need to call any other server. Okay. We will set up our own and there we can write. Even we can write 1-2 example of other server also. We'll take the URL from internet and we can use directly inside the page. So working, shall I share the file or no need? I'm sending you the file in the chat. Index file is the main file. Index file went in the chat and use that. Tomorrow we'll see you again. The next example.